May I begin with, first of all, Majed Sherbiny, who is a friend, but also, more importantly, a strategic business leader with over 20 years of international experience across oil and gas, engineering, luxury, and real estate. Majed also serves as CEO of Sherbiny, a leading Saudi industrial solutions company operating in oil and gas, but also water and power and mining. Majed has also invested recently in the Principality of Monaco and leads a single-family office called Santos Sidrus Capital, but also in yachting with Althaus Yachts. In addition, he serves on the board of AmCham Saudi Arabia, which is the biggest bilateral business organization in the kingdom, and is also a Monaco private label member. Please welcome Majed. All right. So, Majed, may we begin with the first question. Could you, as Sherpa of the Monaco Economic Board in the recent years, describe the growing business relationship that you have fostered between the Principality of Monaco and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia?
Well, first of all, thank you very much, Justin. Thank you, everyone, for having me here. It's a great honor and privilege to be with you in Davos. To answer your question, the business relationship with Saudi and Monaco, I would say it's quite recent. Dates back to maybe after COVID. So I remember the first visit, when Monaco Economic Board and the Prince Albert Foundation have visited Saudi Arabia for the first time back in 21, and I was happy to be the host and managed to make some introductions for the teams to, just introduce them to the Saudi market and get to speak with some of the key stakeholders. Luckily, it was followed by another initiative of Monaco, another NGO called Peace and Sport, very well known on the sports arena. And basically, again, was part of the delegation that came from Monaco. And that was, I would say, the initial two steps. And at that time, we thought about, maybe it's time to bring the first business delegation from Monaco to Saudi Arabia to explore the market, explore the opportunities what Saudi Arabia is offering. Luckily, we managed to put together, I remember the first discussions about the delegation, we were thinking about around 15, 20 companies, but we ended up having 50 companies with around 60 people coming to Saudi Arabia for the first time. Beside the fact that it was a large group, most of those on the delegation were first-timers. So it was a great introduction, both commercially and culturally, to Saudi Arabia. And definitely it had a great impact with the Saudi authorities and the Saudi stakeholders having such large delegations from Monaco. By demand, it was asked to create another delegation, which happened, I would say, end of last year, November 25, again with a large delegation of around 50 companies visiting Saudi Arabia. So I'm quite happy to be part of these delegations, helping and aiding to navigate the Saudi market and make the right introductions for Monaco gas companies in Saudi Arabia.
Indeed, and beyond those two large delegations, Riyadh and Jeddah, there's actually quite a few of the Monegasque entities that have or are in the process of setting up in the kingdom.
100%. From the first delegation, around 3 companies have decided to establish an entity or a presence in Saudi Arabia. And also now with the second delegation, we have a few interested companies to set up shop in Saudi.
And this helped you think up of this initiative that was launched late last year called the Monaco House, which was created in order to bring the two business ecosystems closer and foster new business links. Could you also let us a bit more? How's it going and what are the future plans?
Yes, Monaco House came from a gap in the market. Saudi Arabia, of course, a lot of people have heard about the Vision 2030 and how it's transforming Saudi Arabia into economic hub, into a tourism hub. And part of the tourism is actually located on the Red Sea coast. It's a 2,000 kilometer coast and they're building, I would say, quite fast a lot of ultra-luxury resorts and I would say, facilities for tourism. Of course, as we're getting, talking now, we have already around 7 resorts have been delivered, and another, I would say, 10 resorts will be delivered between this year and next year. Most of these resorts being, seafront areas, they needed, yachting is a centerpiece for those resorts. And from my investment in the yachting sector in Monaco and, getting that experience and seeing how Monaco have been a pioneer and leading and the yachting capital of the world over the past decades, it really gave me the idea of, it needs that ecosystem to be built in Saudi Arabia. You cannot just simply expect tourism or expect, a few yachts to come and visit once a year to be sustainable. So the idea is that came where we want to build that business cluster of yachting and related luxury services as well into the platform, which we call Monaco House, and bring that to Saudi Arabia and act as a two-way bridge between Saudi Arabia and Monaco. And through that bridge, there will be business, there will be cultural diplomacy, there will be a lot of exchange happening on that platform.
Exactly, because the idea at the beginning is true. As chairman of Althaus Yachts, it was more focused on the yachting sector that you invested in the Principality and that you wanted to push the kingdom. But Monaco House is open to all sectors.
Correct. The idea is that we're targeting the yachting sector as it's almost a white sheet of paper in Saudi Arabia, and of course Monaco being the yachting capital of the world and has a lot of expertise, and of course it has all the ecosystem being built for many decades. So we wanted to bring this ecosystem to Saudi Arabia, and instead of having individual, let's say, communication, we want to have a more formal, streamlined communication between the Saudi entities and the Monegasque entities, both from, let's say, institutional partners as well as corporates.
Yes, you cater for both private and public sector. The idea is an open network for both types of entities.
Yes, the idea is that we're having 3 layers. We're having government or semi-government entities. We call them institutional partners, and we have corporates, small, medium, and large corporations. That includes everything from shipbuilding to other shipyards for retrofit maintenance and all the services, for example, like brokerage and designers and whoever is involved in the yachting sector. And the third layer is actually what we call them patrons, which is the ultra high net worth individuals who are connected or related to the yachting sector, and of course have the willingness to explore more opportunities for investment or collaborations in the yachting sector.
Coming back to yachting, as you're an expert and owner a yachting company, how do you feel the kingdom is faring? Do you really believe it's the next step is to open the Red Sea and all these new resorts that are coming out? Are they going to attract the right people, the right entities?
Definitely. Saudi Arabia is spending hundreds of billions of dollars to develop that coast. The idea is to create destinations. Again, as I told you, it's a 2,000 kilometer long coast with almost 1,000 islands, more than 20 blue holes in the Red Sea, a lot of undiscovered, untapped jewels, marine jewels in the sea. And basically, there will be a lot of tourism, and there will be a lot of interested people who are looking to explore and find a new destination. So Saudi Arabia is definitely geared toward, bringing that tourism to Saudi Arabia. From technical point of view, yes, you have the destinations, you have the ambition, but what you're missing is a few other things. One is the actual ecosystem that actually fosters such yachting industry to be present, to be developed organically within the economy and within the country. And of course, it allows the international visitors to feel that they're being served at the right level having the ecosystem in place. So the idea is that we want to create that ecosystem for Saudi Arabia. We want to make sure that everyone is part of Monaco House, will be having a direct access to the market. We will have a direct access communication channel to the stakeholders in the yachting sector and other sectors in Saudi Arabia, making sure that them being part of Monaco House, their voices heard, they are able to shape the policy, shape the industry of Saudi Arabia, especially the fact it's being new. And
play a very active role. Well, from our point of view as Deputy CEO of the Monaco Economic Board, we really believe that Saudi Arabia has really opened the business, and our companies we're very, very impressed. We're now hopeful, and hopefully with Monaco House, that you will be coming with a Saudi delegation to the Principality to make them discover also what we can offer to Saudi companies.
Definitely. This is one of the, of course, as I mentioned, it's a two-way bridge, and this is the only way it works. Being a two-way bridge, being conduit between the investors, the business people, and the business community, and the government entities, definitely will help foster different opportunities and explore a lot of opportunities for investment or collaborations. Now, of course, two times Monegasque entities came to Saudi. It's about time to have a Saudi delegation. This is something that we're working with you, MAB, and with other stakeholders in Monaco to make sure that we get the right people who would consider Monaco as an investment place or as a place to even live and reside.
Another topic before we open perhaps to the audience, you also run a single family office. Why did you choose the Principality of Monaco to set up this?
Interesting question. I always get asked the same question. The Principality offers a lot beyond just beautiful sun and beautiful environment and the lifestyle. For me, it offered a second home immediately. The network that I've managed to cultivate, the relationships, it's really been encouraging. For me, I see the stability. I see I believe the earlier recession was about that. And it's definitely true. I'm a living example of someone who chose Monaco to be a second home and a place to invest. I'm definitely happy with my investment, and for me, I definitely encourage a lot of people to do the same.
You've also told me that you found some similitudes with the kingdom, the stability, the security,
of course,
the long-term vision. The reigning monarchies.
There is a great synergy and a great understanding. I recall the first time our Crown Prince met with His Serene Highness Prince Albert together. They immediately, hit it off. They immediately found the synergy, the right level of collaboration and support from each other. And this is something that we have been witnessing in almost every initiative that we do. That amazing support that we receive from both sides. So at the end of the day, this is a great example of why Monaco is attractive, why Monaco is definitely the place to think of when you expand internationally.
Thank you so much for expertise and insight, Majed. Maybe we'll take we have 2 minutes left, a question from the audience. Majed can speak of many things, so please feel free.
Wow, I was
very shy,
clear, huh?
Or very clear. Well then, thank you very much, Majed.
Thank you.
We'll close on that and welcome the last interview. Thank you very much, and see you later.
Thank you much.